Good morning. Let's turn in our Bibles to Proverbs chapter 1. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to perceive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. To understand a proverb and an enigma, the words of the wise to the riddle. So Solomon wrote this book. Solomon is the son of King David, and he was the wisest man who had ever lived. Of course, not counting Jesus, and this was the wisest book ever written. And so the key to this opening sentence is in verse 5. This is why all of this other stuff is mentioned. It says, a wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. So it's in order to be wise. In Hebrew poetry, which is the form that this book takes, things that are repeated are super important. And instead of rhyming, they just like to say the same thing in two different ways. So let's take a look at verse 5 again. The wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. So it emphasizes how the wise is always seeking to learn. When you think you know enough and you don't try to learn anymore, well then you are no longer wise. According to Solomon, you are starting to become foolish. So we must always seek instruction. We must always seek learning and knowledge, and we must listen to other people. Verse 2 says to know wisdom and instruction. So that's why a wise man keeps learning, so that he can become wiser. And he can have that instruction, and then perceive the words of understanding, and then to receive instruction of wisdom and justice and judgment and equity. Those are all good things that you have to be wise to understand. A foolish person doesn't understand judgment. A foolish person doesn't understand justice or equity. This foolish person just knows what they want and tries to get that. And then it says, verse 4, to give prudence to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. So the point of being wise is to pass that wisdom on. Not only is it better for your life, but it's better for the lives of all of those around you. And if you can help other people to be wise, other people to make the right choice, other people to have discretion just means knowing what is right and choosing it, then you can help other people as well, and it's a really good thing. It's more than just for you. It's for you to propagate to all the people around you. Let's see, verse 5 we talked about already. Verse 6 is to understand a proverb and an enigma, the words of the wise and their riddles. So the good thing about being wise is when problems come up, when puzzles are happening, people can't figure them out, you can figure them out. You can look through all of the experience that you have in your own life, plus the experience of other people as you read their stuff, and most importantly, the experience and the knowledge and the wisdom of the Lord. A wise person is in tune with the Lord, because the next verse says, in verse 7, and this is the key verse I think for all of Proverbs, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. That is the entire point. If you have a fear of the Lord, then that is the beginning of all knowledge. If you don't have fear of the Lord, if you don't choose Lord, then there's no wisdom at all. You might know a bunch of stuff. You might be a very smart and intellectual individual, but you haven't made the clear choice to choose God. And if you don't choose God, then anything else is foolishness. Nothing else will last. The Lord is really the most important thing ever. And so if you're going to be wise, even if you just want to be a little wise, a teensy bit wise, get that one thing right, is choose God. Choose Jesus Christ to be your personal Savior, and everything will be okay from then on. Everything gets piled onto that. If it is necessary, you'll know it. If it is not necessary, then it's not important. You won't have to worry about it. So God bless you, and we'll see you next time.